Hello everyone. So in this session, we are going to discuss about the EC2 instance storage section of the EBS volume, snapshots, and the practical part of this. So let's get started. So what is an EBS volume? So an EBS volume is a network drive that you can attach to your own instances while they run. So think of it like a USB stick, like a pen drive, wherein this is used. Its purpose is for storage, right? And think of it as you can attach and detach that pen drive. The same goes on for this EBS. Okay, the analogy is completely same. So an EBS volume, it's a network drive. It's not a physical drive. So it uses network to communicate the instance, which means there might be a bit of latency. So it is locked to a particular availability zone, okay, and it has a provisioned capacity, that is, its size is in GBs and IOPs. So one thing to note here is that one instance at a time is created, and on one instance you can have multiple EBS. Okay, remember this. Now let's talk about snapshots. Now, what are EBS snapshots? Think of it like a backup. Okay, you have to do this on your own. And also one more point to remember that with EC2, by default, an EBS volume is created. Okay, so remember that point as well. So the data which you don't require the most is always stored in the snapshot archive. Okay. And if by chance or accidentally your data is deleted, then you can visit the recycle bin to recover your data. Okay. So now let's go to the practical side of this part of this video. And it begins in the same way. You have to create an instance first. So let's create an instance. Go to launch instance. You can name it anything. You can choose any of it, okay, whichever is there by default. I'm keeping it as Amazon Linux. Then you can choose any of it. Don't need to do this HTTPS and all. Keep it as it is. And go to the storage. Click on the advanced. You can see already volume 1, 8 GIV EBS is there. To do nothing else, just click launch instance and your instance is successfully created. Now go to your instance. Our instance name was ABC. Okay, let it initialize. We'll wait for that a bit. Once we have those green ticks, then we'll move ahead. And as you can see, when we click on our instance and when we go to the storage part, you can see by default a volume is created as we had discussed earlier. 8 GIV size, which is in use. Okay. So the next part, what we are going to do is we'll be moving on to creating volumes. So go to your EBS and then click on volumes. Let's wait for the green ticks. Okay, so you can see by default, you can see the same which we saw previously, 8 GIV size. Default volume is there. You can name this as default so that you don't get confused. So what you have to do is create a volume, keep it as it is, general purpose, size also as it is, don't change anything. Or in availability zones, always stick to the by default first zoom. You can see 1, 3, and 2. So always stick to the first one as it is. We're not making any changes here. We're not even touching this. And just create volume. So our volume is created. Okay, we can name that volume. Like we can say volume 1. Now we'll create snapshots. Go to snapshots here, create a snapshot. Okay, and then resource type by volume or by instance. We'll stick to by volume. And then you can choose any of it. We created volume 1. We'll choose that. Nothing to write here, just create snapshot. Okay, once it is done, you can see here, you can name it as snap 1 for our information. Then once this is done, select that snapshot and then go to recycle bin. Okay, you can do that as well. But before moving to that, just go to volumes. Okay, we created volume, we created snapshots. Now, you created this volume 1, selected actions, click on actions, and you're going to say attach volume. Okay, the instance which is running, we're going to take that, and you can select any device from here, anything. Okay, and just attach volume. So we are done with this part. Now go to your snapshots. This is your snap. Select it, go to recycle bin. A new window will open. Go to resources, retention rules. These two tabs are there. Click on create retention rule. Once you go there, enter name. You can enter anything. Okay. And then resource type. You can keep it as snapshots. We are not doing anything here as well. Retain all resources, keeping all the settings by default. Okay. We're not doing anything. That's it. And then create retention. That's it. So this is how we have successfully created this thing. Now go to your instance, to the previous tab. On your instance, okay. So we are going to terminate this instance. So the one which was this by default volume, that will also be deleted. Okay. So let's move and check the volume side. So what we'll do is we'll delete the snapshot first, okay? Delete snapshot. Now, if you remember, snapshots are nothing but backups. So we are deleting this. Once you've deleted, go to your resources, okay? In your resources section, you can see it here, right? If you want, you can click this and this is how you recover. This is the first part. Next, go to snapshots again. And now you can see it's recovered. The same now we're going to do with volumes. So the default one I told you it will get deleted. So where is the default? It's already deleted now. Now we'll delete the volume. Okay. Okay, now we want to recover our volume. So you're going to select this, and from actions, you're going to say create volume from snapshot. Nothing to do here, okay? Keep it as it is and just say create volume. And then if you go to volumes and if you check, you have that volume back. Then you can name it anything. All right. So that's it. This was the practical. I hope you understood. See you in the next one.